You're listening to Winnipeg's Classic 107. My name is Simon Rusnak. Next week, in one of their final concerts of the season, the Winnipeg Symphony Orchestra presents Manitoba Remembers, a COVID elegy, an event exploring the profound impacts of the pandemic while also offering hope and healing through stories, images, and of course, the power of music. To tell us more, I'm joined by WSO Executive Director Angela Birdsell. Hello, Angela.
Hi, Simon. So nice to be here with you.
And it's nice to have you back on the show. Well, an elegy, a lament for something lost, and we've certainly all felt loss over the past 2 years or so, haven't we?
Yes, we certainly have. And loss can mean many different things to many people. And in fact, some of us may not even realize that the extent of the loss that we've suffered. I mean, clearly, there are those in our community who have lost loved ones, but there are also those who have lost, health, have lost, jobs, or have lost, or even lost a sense of stability, like the way that the ground has shifted between our feet. We may have missed out on important life passages like, marriages or christenings or bar mitzvahs or, high school graduations. There's just so many ways that I think we have shifted within ourselves. And so this event is intended to press the pause button at roughly the 2-year mark. We know we're not out of COVID yet, and to bring us together as Manitobans in the concert hall and online to acknowledge what we've all been through together.
Like you say, acknowledging that loss, confronting it. So tell us more about your vision for this poignant concert.
Well, interestingly, we're not even calling it a concert. It was initially kind of structured as a service. It was supposed to be a Sunday afternoon in mid-March, which is really around the 2-year mark. But because of Omicron, again, things got delayed. So it's been pushed back to April 28th at 7 p.m. It's 90 minutes, and it is a combination of music from various different styles of music, but also a beautiful a video presentation that's interspersed and overlaid on the music segment. So we've got people, Manitobans, we've got educators, students, healthcare workers, we've got community leaders like the mayor of Altona will be on, Paul Salmon from the Winnipeg Free Press, people who worked at COVID testing sites. We've got people telling their stories in these short little video excerpts. And then we've also got beautiful imagery, photography that has been taken, has been lent to us graciously by our many media partners for this event, so that we can kind of pause and reflect, listen to a story, hear a piece of music, see an image. So it's really a multiple experience, both on the stage and on the screen, and that will be replicated on the streaming, on the live stream that we do on my WSO TV.
I'm glad you brought about that distinction, because when I was prepping for this chat, I thought, do we call it a concert? And like you say, a service, an opportunity for us to gather, whether that's in person at the concert hall or online, and to, again, acknowledge what has happened over the past 2 years. And like you say, continues to happen with precautions still in place, of course, at the concert hall, proof of vaccination and mask wearing. Can we talk a little bit more about the music that will be presented? Because in addition to the WSO, I understand there are going to be some very special guests who will be joining the symphony on stage.
You know what? There's something for everyone. And there really is some. Let me tell you about the classical music highlights, because I know many of your listeners will be incredibly interested. So first of all, this is a free event. So when will you ever have the opportunity to hear Gwen Hobig perform Lark Ascending, free of charge, supported by our donors and sponsors? When will you have the opportunity to hear the amazing Tracy Dahl perform with the Winnipeg Singers, the Laudate Dominum from the Vespere Solennelle by Mozart? This is like just a spine-chilling piece of music. And they'll also get to hear this gorgeous orchestral piece at the front end by James McMillan, the Larghetto for Orchestra. It is just sumptuously moving and powerful piece of music. So those are real classical highlights, but we'll also have the Maples Collegiate Choir singing a gorgeous a cappella piece. We'll also have Kelly Bado, who's a wonderful R&B singer from Franco, Manitoba. We'll also have the amazing Don Amaro performing. He's performed with us before, and he's such a soulful peacemaker, you know, the way he delivers music. So there's really a whole variety of performers from many different styles interspersed with the orchestral music. And we truly believe that, you know, music plays a much larger role in processing thoughts and feelings and emotions than we often think, until we actually experience it, right? Like, I mean, what would a movie be without an orchestral score underneath? Would you have the same emotional response to a film if you didn't have that underpinning of music? So we felt that, you know, as a nonverbal art form, that this was a really good time for us to say, hey, Manitoba, 1,700 plus lives lost, all of these things we've experienced, let's sit together for 90 minutes through music and tell these stories and listen to these stories and just get out of this what we, you know, what each one of us personally needs from this event. There's also going to be a little candle lighting ceremony, whether you're at home, we'd ask people to have a candle, or whether they're in the concert hall, we'll be giving out little, it's supposed to be a surprise, but we'll be giving out little battery tea lights for the COVID elegy piece, which is the piece, the 14-minute piece that actually commemorates lives lost. So it's not intended to be a mournful or a sad time. It's really intended to be reflective and to be affirmative in many ways. So we tell stories of loss, but we also tell stories of shining moments that where people came forward and stepped up. You know, we've got healthcare workers coming, thanks to our support from 6 hospital foundations. We've got healthcare workers who will be in the hall. We've got people who were on the front lines, you know, delivering, making sure we could be fed and making sure we were safe and all those things. So we're really reaching out to many, many people in our community to say, this is for you. There's no charge. Book your ticket online. We really want to see you there. And we think, you know, we really feel this will be a great time for us to commemorate this thing that we've been through before we move on.
It certainly has been a thing we've all been through, like you say. I mean, and an opportunity to process. And I'm reminded of that Hans Christian Andersen quote, where words fail, music speaks, right? And that's exactly what this sounds like it is going to be. You ran us through the performers. It will be a very moving event, surely. And one thing just to sort of reiterate here, like you say, there have been these moments of tremendous loss, of course, but also these moments of incredible strength with all the frontline workers, many of whom will be in attendance at the concert, and this a concert that is free of charge. Are there still tickets available to those who might be interested in making their way down to the Centennial Concert Hall for this reflective processing of what has gone on over the past 2 years?
Yes, there are still tickets available. I encourage people to call the box office. I encourage people to to book tickets online. Come with your family. We are still going to try to space folks so it's safe as well. So I don't think we'll entirely fill the hall, but we've had some pretty good numbers and we've been able to keep people safe. We won't be requiring proof of vaccination, but we will be requiring masks. We feel we've got some messaging around that, but this is sort of the next phase in our reopening. Masks, please, yes, but there are so many Manitobans that are vaccinated that we won't be requiring that. So I think that the theme of this is that we've all helped one another out, and our donors and sponsors are now extending this gesture to the community to say, thank you for what you've done for us. This is for you. Anyone is welcome to book a ticket. As I say, we've all experienced some strange form of loss in some way, shape, or form. So we really, extend the invitation far and wide and just want to see as many people there as possible, and as many people online 7:00 on Thursday, April 28th. And it will be up for some time after, but I think it's the idea of us all being there together, whether we're on screen or in the hall, is going to make it particularly special. So far and wide across the province, we extend that invitation to people to join us. So yes, free of charge. The tickets are free. There are still some available, but we encourage people to get online soon and book them. So
certainly a very special musical event. Thank you for providing, some comfort, some musical healing to Manitobans wherever they happen to be, in person or online. Angela, great connecting with you.
thank you, Simon, and have a wonderful day. And thank you for all that you've done to get beautiful music out to people across the province.
Manitoba Remembers, a COVID elegy, takes place at the Centennial Concert Hall on Thursday, April 28th. For more details, visit WSO.ca.